How do you spell that? N-U-N-G. N-O-U-N-G. N-O-U-N-G. Nong nong. What comes after that? Who?
He's hunting for the nung nung.
What is a nong nong? 4301043. Help me out because I lost.
I could tell you what I think it is, but I won't say it on air.
No. Wait a minute, yeah. So if it cannot be said on air.
I'm not saying that's what
you think it
what
is.
I think it is.
Hold on. Go ahead. Okay, I'm even more confused than before.
Yeah, me too.
It's catchy though, but what is he singing about? Only God knows. We're gonna have to listen over the verses and see.
Oh, we could just wait when the artists decide to come and release the songs for Carnival, you know?
But the song gone out already?
No, when they come and talk about it, it's like, where did you get inspiration for writing this song?
Inspiration? I just want to know what it means. He says ladies there. Is it nung nung I ding 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 nung nung I? Or is it nung nung I? E-Y-E? Or is it nung nung A-I-A-Y-E?
Come on, Lana, pull up the lyrics.
You understand?
Pull up the lyrics.
Good morning, Takio. Somebody gets in trouble.
Me? What did they say? What did they say?
Listen, Vinci Vision, good morning to you. We're going to play the voice note in just a bit, all right? Okay, so next segment, right, we're going to continue talking about young people, right? Young people, the youth, the future of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In terms of, young people, opportunities, what happens on a Friday and Saturday at the parking lot? We touched on it for a bit already, but there are some other points that we want to throw out concerning that. Young people getting themselves involved in activities that they're just not really ready for, but they're diving into them anyway, possibly just for instant gratification, and then down the road in the future, quite possibly regretting getting themselves involved in certain things. Some of them cannot even come out of various predicaments, yeah? So we're going to touch on that. There are opportunities. You see, everybody, well, not everybody, let me not say everybody. People are targeting, pointing their fingers at the young people who go to the parking lot in Arnesville, who gather wherever they accumulate, as the problem, as the real issue. But is it really? What do you see when you see scores of people, most of them are young, accumulating at the Massey parking lot in Arnesville? What do you see? Hit us up and let us know. 4301043. Is it their fault? Or is it somebody else's fault or somebody else's problem?
I have a response there. This one's quick. I guess the voices of the youths are speaking about their needs. Most times, if we pause for a second and do deep analysis instead of criticisms, we all will be better off. This is a youth population that had to deal with 2 years of lockdown from COVID-19 and the trauma of a volcanic eruption of historical proportions. Please, folks, meet them in the middle and not cast stones from a distance.
All right, let's take a call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Top of the week to the Extreme family.
What's up?
I'm extremely happy in an extremely pleasant month of April.
Big up yourself, man.
Wait,
Big up yourself.
your birthday was Sunday or is it coming next Sunday? Your birthday was Sunday.
April 3rd.
Happy-
Last last week, Sunday.
Wow.
Oh,
April 3rd.
Max. Oh, I missed it. I'm
Very
so
close,
sorry.
very close to. It's all good. Very close to April Fool's, might I add. That's why I'm so dotish
A
with
happy
Friday.
belated,
You did
Max.
mention that.
Thanks, thanks.
Oh, my.
Happy belated.
Too bad.
The reason I don't say I dotish, remember that they consider Albert Einstein dotish, you know. We still a talk about he years after he done dead. It is what it is. It's just a figure of speech. But as far as the youth are concerned, right? What I see are children socializing.
Mm-hmm.
But what I also see is a lack of parenting because we don't assume our children are saints. For example, me. My grandmother was a very, very strict woman, but me used to smoke weed. I started smoking weed at age 13. She never know. She never know. But if she had sit me down and say, Max, weed is a herb, you are a child, and you must not partake in that. No, right now it's time for you to be a child.
Mm-hmm.
When you're older, you could potentially smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? Same with rum. Because human beings, our best teacher is experience, and human beings are creatures that we like to experience certain things. Somebody could tell we don't go there, but we have to go there to see why they say don't go there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then when we go there now, back, your head bust, your foot break. You know what I'm saying? So we can't really beat upon the children. And another thing I want to ask, what is there to replace the congregation at the various places? What is there in place for children? Now, back in my day, we used to play round dutch, we used to play koopy, we used to play marble, we used to play moral, we used to go on the rock and jump off. But human beings are also a people, a species that evolves. So what worked for me last year, last month, 10 years ago, is boring to these kids now. So we can't expect us to be doing the old school thing of them back in the day and expect the children of today to do the same thing. Back in the day, we used to ride donkey and take 3 hours to reach them. You expect a child could ride a donkey today and he could jump up
I'd
and
like a
reach them
donkey.
in 20 minutes.
I like a donkey.
I would ride the donkey, you know what I'm saying? Because those are experiences that brings back memories of my grandfather. So certain things, just make me heart smile. But we have to also understand, if Crystal come and say, Max, you're acting childish, meaning acting less than an adult. But when children act childish, what we want them to do? Act infant. You know what I'm saying? It's a very fine line, eh? Very, very, very fine line. And we have, and also, the world has gotten away from it takes a community to raise a child.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, if my boss bad one and Miss Scarrett, hey, you know, we better pray and hope she not go wrong there and tell my grandmother, hey, Max, the boss bad what? You know what I'm saying? But now the kids them these days don't really care. So we are evolving, but are we evolving in the right direction in certain people's eyes? Because now the socializing of the children hanging out outside, right, could have potentially ease up a depression for one of them children in the head. So we have to be very, very, very careful now, because if a child coop up in a house and say, boy, COVID, and me coop up and me can't go outside, me can't see me friend of them, me can't hug up my friends, and the child home and full of depression, and then I know what depression could potentially lead to.
Yep.
So if we stifle out the socialization of the children in the community, then we see an increase of a bunch of foolishness that I don't really want to mention and manifest to start.
Uh-huh.
But you see where I'm getting at.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? But it's a very, very fine line, and we all have to take ownership. And like I said, the children is just looking out for things. And also, we also have to make the alcohol, rum, and you can talk about rum, and I agree with him 100%. We have to make the alcohol more difficult to reach in the hands of people who are under the age of drinking. And we have to also make it legal if we see a child consuming alcohol. We could call the police and the police will come and take it away. I'm not sure if that was something, but I don't think it does happen too often.
By the time
I'm
police
saying
reach
that
the child and reach home.
Huh?
By the time the police reach the child reach home, don't be and gone to the bed.
Because strong rum is a very, very serious thing, and I don't have no problem with the marijuana. I have a problem with adding blame to the marijuana, because look how long we've been tell them marijuana is the clean of the nation that God put it to people. And now we have people coming poised to exploit our marijuana. That's another topic for another
Okay,
day. But
yes,
it's a
please.
good look, Jed. Everybody outside, and I think we have to. My last point I want to make. I hope the Department of Tourism is looking and see what's going on in St. Vincent. Everybody eager to come outside. So when the restrictions are lifted globally, everybody gonna be eager to fly out and go to an exotic island. The hope we're positioning ourselves to exploit that rush of people who gonna wanna travel. I hope they're listening and I hope they're paying attention. I'll big up all this and I'll have an
before you go, Max, I just want to ask you one thing. If you were to build a facility for the youth, what would it be?
What would it be?
Yeah, what would you build?
It would be a paintball shooting range. That they could go and shoot paintballs at. It would be parasailing. Get some of those boats that they promised we never reach it, and you could go and parasail. It would be floating them bouncing, I forget what we call those.
Bouncing
Marine park?
You could jump up and bounce. You could float in things like out Villa. You could float. If they're floating in the water, and the kids them could go out there and jump up in them and slide on them. Indoor sporting complex where they have various sports: table tennis, squash, pool. You know what I mean? I know the various bars are pools throughout the area, but we have like a little pool tournament for the children, inter-school pool tournament. Best kite right now is Easter. We're going on with kite.
Kite flying.
Best kite competition. So guess what? Instead of Central Leeward win inter-school track and field, guess what? Grammar school could be best kite competition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fishing
competition. That we could have schools who bring in catching more
lions. We can have a fishing competition. we had a good place to fish.
I mean, we don't have no. So how we can fish if we don't have any good place to fish?
We had a good water for nothing to go fish.
But lion fish is an invasive species that needs to be eradicated out of our water. We could have a competition to catch lionfish.
Okay, okay.
It's a bunch of different things, and not only me. You can't just ask me, right?
I know. I just asked you because you're online.
All right.
No.
Yeah.
And that's a very good question. I'm glad you asked it, but I'm also saying for the people them who listening who have the power to make a change.
Yeah.
Don't ask me. Ask the
probably they're not seeing it like how you seeing it too now.
Young people and them.
Yeah. What young people? What do you want? Oh, what do you want?
Ask the young people what would you like us to do to entertain you, because my opinion might not be the right opinion for the young people and them who experiencing what they're experiencing. I'm only talking from the outside.
Sure.
We need to talk to the people who are experiencing what they're experiencing. You know what I mean? What we need to do to change your reality to put a smile on your face. Send a survey throughout all the school and then compile the survey and come up with a database and say, boys,
you're very technical,
98% of the young adults say they want this.
Okay.
We need to try to get we need to allocate some funding to get this. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But it's just some ideas off the top of my head. But yeah, it's a great question you have. Very, very, very good question.
Okay.
But are people listening who willing to make a change? That's another story.
That is true.
Big up all yourself, again.
Yeah.
All right, you have a good one. Thank you so much for your contribution. If you want to call us, 457-1043, 430-1043 is the WhatsApp, right? If they do not go to Annisville and accumulate, where else is there for them to go?
You know, it's funny that he said to ask the young, well, I consider myself a young person, so. But, yeah. No, because he said you're supposed to ask young people that. So I'm like, I saw some persons putting up stuff that they would want on Facebook.
Like what?
Why not a bowling alley? You know, and he mentioned a range for paintball.
Okay.
I think those are good incentives. You know, we could look into those stuff.
Okay.
We don't have a paintball place.
Okay. Max, remember the first question, what do you see when you see the scores of people accumulating in Annisville there?
They don't have nothing else to
I
do.
see a bunch of young people eager to de-stress, to socialize, to do something else. It may not be pleasing to me personally as a parent. If I see my child, I pulling you by the ear, come go home, because I don't think that is the right environment for you. Max mentioned it. Parenting. Are we giving our young people the right tools in the home so that they're better equipped to deal with the peer pressure, to deal with the influences of the outer world, of our society when they get outside? Now, if a bunch of people accumulate in a certain area, wherever they accumulate, nothing is wrong with that. It's what happens there. I see a major opportunity for people within the private sector to make some worthy investments in the entertainment sector catered for young people all across the island. The events that you hear being promoted, who they geared towards? 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds? They want something to do. They want somewhere to go. Where can they go? To the beach. That is it.
They have the park, the recreational
Where's the
park.
recreational park? You expect them to just get up and say, come, let's get out of the park. Come on, man. Entertainment for the younger demographic. And I'm going to go even younger. Right down to 5, 6, maybe toddlers. That age range right there. What is there for them to do? What do you expect? They are young, they are growing up. You know, I must expect them must go out and socialize. And they're curious too. Does mommy and daddy say, listen, alcohol is not for you. Smoking is not for you. This is what happens, and you show them whatever. You tell them whatever. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Crystal. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, yeah. I shared something this morning on another radio station, which I would like to do here. Talking about the young people today. Young people, I think this is a different generation, but still we have to try and guide them. I mean, I have my children, right? And I just tell my sons and so forth, there's a thing out they call COVID, and we don't know how it's going. And I said to them, you all have your young children, you all have your children, all yours grown-ups, and the most I could do to you all is give you all advice and tell you all to be careful and to watch where you go and to know how you mingle, because you have your children to come home back to meet. And you don't want to go out there and meet these things, and things happen. You all are young people and you love activities, so you have to know that there is something out there that's taking lives and getting you real sick and ill, and you wouldn't want to bring it home for your kids. So you have to know how you're dealing with your life. What I shared this morning is that young people are looking for places to go. Yes, I remember back in the day we call the cinema houses, Robbie Russell and so forth, right? And as a youngster growing up, I used to love to go to the movie house at Sundays and Saturday mornings where they have movies, and so go down and sit down and watch a nice Chinese and what and come home and down on the beach and relax myself. I think we closed down. We have a cinema house up there, but it's not like long ago like how it used to be. I think we need to open up back places that business people should have, like, bring back the cinema houses. We had a nice place at Diamond where you used to have the drive-in cinema, right? Crystal, I don't think you might know that. You might have been
Heard.
You heard of it, right? Mm-hmm. The drive-in cinema used to be a wonderful place to go out and drive in and do some other things. That was more like in the night, and still young people could, something like that, young people could use that, because even in Barbados you have a drive-in cinema, so they could go sit down and look at a movie. But we need to give them places where they can, go and be different than how they are. They stop, looking at the music and getting them hyped up with all the music and so forth. At this massive place out there, I think what should happen is that, you have these people when you're going down to the bus stop that's going into Tongside, you're coming from Mespo. There's a place set up there from a little ice box that has been now with still seats and relaxation and what's not there, and the music and drinking the alcohol, and the school children are gathering right there. The same how that when that bar was going to put down by the tennis court down in town there by the grammar school bus stop there, high school bus stop there, everybody was picking on that bar when that bar was going there. It will harbour school children and it will this or that. Everybody was agree with it. It was agreeable. What about the one out there now? When they don't drink by Massey, by the same bus stop there, they're going into the Massey yard with the van music. And I look at a footage with a van some time ago. They play music and picking up people and skipping in the road and burning tires. And one come down with a school child boy hang out the back window dancing. Those are the kind of thing we need to have. As we say, as bad as the police might be, all police ain't bad. We need to have police officers out there when it's getting ready for school time, school to over, and people are going to assemble, because you have innocent people coming from work waiting for a bus there. Sometimes these people can't get to the bus because of the way the young people operating around that area. And we need to have police officers there. And planning, as someone said, planning has a lot to do with all this thing by the side of the road, them thing by the side of the road, because somebody who wants to go build a home and put down something proper, who keep them head rested.
Uh-huh.
You go in and move them. But what happened to these people they were inviting and building up these benches and the planning supposed to deal with that, don't allow that to get away. And it's because of allowing that to develop into something from small to develop in the position it is. It will come where you can't control it, and we need to take stock of these things, and we need to have the police out there. When your school children come and they see you gathering and want to start the thing, time to go. Because school children, when you hear school children supposed to catch bus for 3 o'clock when their school over, they're waiting back till the 4 o'clock workers done, and the 4 o'clock workers now can't get bus because all them are running, the one of them, and cause a problem. And that's why so many school children are on the road. They need to get home when school over, but they lime in and all these sort of things. So that's just my contribution. We need to invite back these cinema houses and so forth, and children love matinees, movies and things like that, and let's see what will happen there. Have a good day.
All right, thank you. Whenever things get out of hand, that is the purpose of the police, to bring some sort of order. But if you are going to say, let us move the accumulation from one point to the next, you are going to encounter the same problem. Very same problem. So I think that fundamentally, you are seeing signs or symptoms of a breakdown within the family. Yes, you're young and you're going to want to experience certain things. You may not have control at some point. May or may not. It depends. But quite a number of factors are at play when you see these things happening. Not pleasing to my eyes. So two factors, two things. The parents and then the police. We're going to stick a pin right there. Take a quick break. And come right back on the wake-up call on X104. Wait a minute, you didn't read out that
the guy made some valid points that kind of touch based on what the person was saying here.
Okay, so it's one of the same.
Yes, same kind of response.
All right.
Starting your week off right, recapping the weekend events. The